Hello students and welcome to the world of science. This is chapter number 16, Heredity and Variation of Standard 9 Science 2, lecture number 1 of this chapter. In this chapter we are going to cover up heredity, inheritance, traits and chromosomes. Myself Kavita Kobone from Gokhale Education Society's HL High School English Medium is going to present this chapter to you all. Before we start the chapter, we should just we will analyze our class and the students in them. In our class, the students are having different faces. Because of that only we are able to recognize them and identify them. They have the different names, so easy to identify them. So if you just observe it carefully, you will find there is a difference in their nose structure, their lip structure and their eyebrows there. The shape is different, the color may be different. Okay, so some are having a flat, some are having sharp, some are having thin, some are having broad. Then the eyebrow shapes, it is different one. Some are rounded, straight, S shaped. All these things are just because of the genetic inheritance which has just brought from their parents. And all these things, the heredity and variation, we have to see in this chapter. We will start with heredity. Heredity, it is a natural process by which the sum of the characteristics and the potentialities are genetically derived or passed from parents to their offspring. Here in the picture you can just see that the parents are there, mother and father is there and their daughter is there. If you just observe it carefully, some of the similarities they are passed on and some of the differences are just passed on to them. The color of the baby is like a father and the hair structure is like her mother. So these are the heredity characteristics. Next is the inheritance. It is the acquisition or the reception of genetic qualities of a person to offsprings. It is a branch of biology. In this we are going to study the transfer of characteristics from one generation to the next generation, and they are in genes particularly. So that's why it is called as a genetics. Now this inheritance you will get it in the reproductive system. So here the father and mothers, their offsprings are just showing some of the characteristics of parent and some of the characteristics of mother. Variation, it is a state of having different traits and characteristics. Here you can see this color of the eyes or the structure of the ears. We all are having the ears, but the shape of the ears is different, color of the eyes are different. That is the variation which is coming out. They are the different traits, we can say, comes from our parents. Now this variation is just because of this genes. The differences in the characters among the individual of a species is called variation. If you see any of the offspring, this child or the offspring is never a true copy of the parent. They are the mixed one. Now what type of variation you can find it in humans? We will find that free and attached earlobes, different types of. Then we will find a different complexions. Some are light, some are having dark complexion, some are having light brown, dusky, whitish, fair, etc. We can find the difference in the eye color. Some are having brown, hazel blue, green, grey, amber, like this. Then the height, tall or short. Chin, that is cleft or pointed. The hair color, it can be black, brown, blonde, red, golden, etc. Hair type, they curly hairs, wavy hairs, straight hairs. Nose, it is snub, thin, pointed, etc. So these type of variation, facial structures or physical appearance, that comes to the offspring through the genes present in our cell. They are just bringing that variation. This variation is of two types, phenotype and genotype. What is phenotype means? It is the observable characteristics of an organism which you can see it. See here you can see observe the nose structure, you can observe the eyes color, you can observe the hair structure. These are the physical characteristics which can be observed outside and they are called as a phenotype of traits. Next one is the genotype. Genotype means your genes, the sum total of the genes transmitted from parent to offspring. That comes in the genotype. What type of genes are transmitted to the offspring? Okay, here the same example we have taken, but if the characteristics are dominant, they can be passed on. If it is the recessive one, they will not be passed on. So the capital letter is showing the dominant one, means they are having a more power. That characteristics are carry forward to the offspring, and those who are the recessive one, they are shown by the small letters and they will not be carried forward here. So here in BB you can see the capital B and small b is there. Both are showing the blue color of the eyes, but capital B is more dominant, so that characteristics is carry forward or passed on or transmitted to the new offspring over there. If it is both are small b, then the whatever the small b is there, the characteristics will be transmitted to the offspring it is. Here the capital S means both are having straight hair, so that characteristics is passed on to offspring. Now we will see what is dominant trait and the recessive trait. An inherited characteristics that appears in an offspring if it is contributed from a parent through a dominant allele, then they are called as a dominant trait. Means father and mother, they are both are having the same characteristics, but out of this one is having a dominant one and one is having a recessive one. So whichever is having the dominant one, they will be carried forward to the or transmitted to the offspring. In the diagram you can see here the dimple, it is present in a lady or in a mother, so that is transmitted to offspring. That broadly is the father is having that characteristics, mother is having thin lips, so broad characteristics of lips are transmitted to offspring. Then the eye color, mother's eye color are dominant, so that is received by the child. Then the skin colors, mother's skin color is dominant one, so that is received or transmitted to the offspring. So like this the dominant characteristics are just shown by the capital letters. So here brown eyes, if both are dominant one, the child will be having brown eyes. Both are having the dimple, the child will having the dimple. Whosoever is having a dominant characteristics, that characteristics will be transmitted to the offspring. So that is called as a dominant traits or characteristics. Next type of trait is recessive traits. It is a weak unexpressed trait of dichotomous pairs of alleles that has no effect in the phenotype of heterologous individuals. If parents both are having the recessive traits, then that can be inherited or that can be transmitted, but if one of them is having the recessive traits, then it will not be transmitted, only dominant will be transmitted. Here if both are having the blue eyes, then it will be transmitted, but they are recessive one, so there are less chances of getting the child blue color eyes. Next, without dimple, if mother is having a dimple, that is having a strong characteristics or dominant one, that can be carried. If both are not having the dimple, then the child will not also get the dimple. So like this the recessive traits and dominant traits type, these two types of traits are present in our genes. These traits are bringing up the differences or the variation in the human beings offspring. Now these traits are present in the chromosomes. What exactly chromosome is? First we will see that. Chromosomes are the rod shaped filamentous bodies which is present in nucleus, which become visible during cell division. They are the carriers of genes or unit of heredity. Chromosomes are not visible in active nucleus due to their high water content, but are clearly seen during cell division. Once you will understand what do you mean by chromosome, next year you are having the same chapter heredity and variation in 10th standard also. So once your concept will be clear this year, next year it will be easy for you to understand the further concepts related with chromosomes. Cell division you have to learn next year, how the offsprings are produced, how they are just working out. For that you should understand the meaning of chromosomes. Where these chromosomes exactly present? They are present in cell. In the cell, nucleus is there. In nucleus the chromosomes are there. In chromosome DNA is there. They are having a double helix structure which contains the genes in that. A chromosome is a strand of DNA that is encoded with genes. In most cells, humans have 22 pair of these chromosomes plus the 2 sex chromosomes. So total 46. The word chromosome originally coined in German from Greek word chroma meaning color and soma meaning body. Here you can see the structure of chromosome. It is a double helix structure which consists of P arm and Q arm, and in the center you will find the centromere. Further we have to learn detail about the chromosome. First we will just see the types of chromosomes. According to the position or the localization of the centromere, these chromosomes are getting different names. The first one is the metacentric, second is the submetacentric, acrocentric and telocentric. We will see one by one. There are 4 main chromosomes here, just shown here. Chromosomes are found within the nucleus of most of the living cells, and it consists of DNA that is tightly wound into thread-like structures. First one, metacentric. The centromere is exactly at the midpoint in this chromosome, and therefore the centromere looks like English letter V. The arms of these chromosomes are equal in length. Next one is submetacentric. The centromere is somewhere near the midpoint in this chromosome, which therefore looks like English letter L. One arm is slightly shorter than the other. Acrocentric. The centromere is near one end of this chromosomes, which therefore looks like English letter J. One arm is much smaller than the other. Telocentric. The centromere is right at the end of the chromosome, making the chromosome look like English letter I. This chromosome consists of only one arm. Like this, different types of chromosomes are present in our body. Generally, in somatic cells, chromosomes are in pairs. If the pair consists of similar chromosomes by shape and organization, they are called homologous chromosomes. That is, one of the pair of chromosomes with the same gene sequence, their loci, their chromosomal length and centromere location, if they all are same, they are called as a homologous chromosomes. Here you can see both blue color and red color. They are homologous chromosomes. They are having the same shape, same gene, same loci, same chromosomal length and same centromere location is same. So these are called homologous chromosomes. Other type of chromosome is heterologous chromosomes. Means if same chromosomes they do the crossing over, and after crossing over they form the pair of chromosomes, they are called heterologous chromosomes. They are not similar in length, structure or other characteristics. In our human beings, we are having total 46 chromosomes. Chromosomes of this, there are total 23 pairs. Out of these, 22 are same, they are called autosome, and only one pair is different one. They are called as a sex chromosomes or the allosomes. All other chromosomes are called autosomes. Like this, total 46 chromosomes means 23 pairs we are having. Here in the diagram you can see the 22 pairs, and the last pair, in that the difference is there. So the last pair, which is the sex chromosome, or it is called allosomes, they are bringing up the gender difference. Means they decide whether the offspring will be male or a female. Thank you for watching this video. Stay home, stay safe. We will be meeting soon in the next video with the same chapter and the next part of this chapter. Till then, take care. Goodbye. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe it.